edge of the great unknown, with trembling hands and heart alone. Questions like thunder, doubts like rain. Still I felt your whisper call my name. You never promised I would see, but you promised you would lead. I find peace in the mystery, even when I cannot see. You're the light that steadies me in the chaos, in the quiet, in the in-between. You write beauty in what's unseen, so I will trust and I will breathe. There is peace in the mystery. Each day, when I don't know what's coming next, I rest inside your promises. It's not the answers that I need, just the presence here with me. I find peace in the mystery, even when I cannot see. You're the light that steadies me in the chaos, in the quiet, in the in-between. You write beauty in what's unseen, so I will trust and I will breathe. There is peace in the mystery. Though the picture's incomplete, you're the thread that weaves through me. In the questions, in the waiting, in the unseen. You're the anchor where I lean, so I will trust and I'll believe. There is peace in the mystery. To rest inside your hand, there is peace in the mystery. You've been holding on in silence, smiling just to hide the pain, walking through the fire alone, wishing someone knew your name. But every tear you thought was wasted, every night you felt alone, was seen by eyes that never sleep. You were never on your own. You were not forgotten, not a shadow in the crowd. There's a voice that speaks your name, and it's calling out so loud. You are loved more than you know, stronger than the winds that blow. There's a light behind the storm, a purpose you were made for. You are seen, you are known, held together when you're low. You were born to rise and grow. You're worth more than you know. they call a quiet whisper is the anthem of your soul. You're a fighter in the silence, and your heart is made of gold. Every step you're taking, even when you feel you're small, is shaking walls and waking dreams. You were meant to stand tall. You are loved more than you know, stronger than the winds that blow. There's a light behind the storm, a purpose you were made for. You are seen, you are known, held together when you're low. You were born to rise and grow. You're worth more than you know. Don't ever mistake your silence for weakness. Even seeds grow in the dark. You are loved more than you know, chosen before time could show. Even now your soul is glowing, even if you're not yet knowing. You are light, you are fire, you are someone to admire. Don't let go, just keep the flow. You're worth more than you know. You've been walking in the quiet, holding pieces of the fight, wondering if heaven hears your cries at night. You hide your pain behind a smile, say you're fine and carry on, but deep inside you're barely hanging on. But there's a light that never fades, a love that finds you through the haze. The sky still breaks for you when hope feels far away. The sun still rises through your darkest day. Even in silence, even in doubt, grace rushes in and calls you out. No storm can steal what's true. The sky still breaks for you. You think your past defines your name, the shame too loud to hide, but mercy's hands are reaching from the other side. You were never left forgotten, never lost beyond repair. You are seen, you are held, you are covered in prayer. When the world has turned its face, He still meets you in that place. The sky still breaks for you when you can't feel the light. The stars still burn through your longest night. Even when broken, even when bruised, He fights for hearts the world refused. You're never out of view. The sky still breaks for you. So lift your head, the dawn is near. Every shadow disappears. You're not forsaken, not unseen. You're part of something more than dreams. The sky still breaks for you. Forever come what may, love rewrites the ending every day. You're not too far, you're not too late. The hands of heaven still create through every gray and blue. sky still breaks for you. I've been quiet in the shadows, hiding scars I never showed. Played the part they all expected, but inside I overflowed. I gave and gave until I vanished, wore a smile that wasn't real. But somewhere deep, a whisper said, it's time to start to heal. No more waiting to be saved, no more chains I let them crave. The war is loud, but I believe the strongest fight is fought for me. I will fight for me when no one else believes. I will rise from broken pieces, build a fire from the grief. With every bruise I wear like armor, every tear becomes my plea. I won't beg to be defended, I will fight for me. I've been told I'm too emotional, that my dreams are far too big. They don't know the storm inside me, or the will I've had to dig. I've fallen more times than I've stood tall, but each fall taught me to see the strength's not found in silence, it's found in setting yourself free. No more shrinking just to fit, no more guilt for how I live. I'm not afraid of who I'll be, 'cause now I fight, and I fight for me. I will fight for me when the world says I should flee. I'll walk through fire with my name, wear my truth unapologetically. Let the echoes tell the story, let my heart beat right the creed. I was never weak or helpless, I was born to lead. If I fall, I'll rise again, not for them, but for the girl I've always been. She's still here, she's still burning, now the tide is finally turning. I will fight for me, with the roar that shakes the sea. Every scar becomes my anthem, every wound my legacy. I'm not chasing someone's favor, I'm becoming who I need. This is not a plea for mercy, this is how I repeat. Break free, yes I will fight for me. I felt the winds that tried to bend me, storms that howled and skies that bled. Mountains high and valleys empty, but hope still whispered in my head. The night was long, the silence loud. I doubted through the tears I cried, but somewhere deep beneath the shroud, a fire burned I couldn't hide. It flickered low but stayed alive, a quiet strength that would survive. 'Cause faith doesn't break, it bends its ways but finds its way. Through every trial it learns to stay. When all else falls it stands awake. Through the darkest hour, faith doesn't break. I've seen dreams shattered in my hands, plans undone like falling sand. But grace met me where I stood still, not in the wind but in the will. The ground shook but I still rose, built from pain that only grows. Every scar a holy mark, survives the dark. I walk through fear, through loss and age, but found the truth that hearts can't fake. That faith doesn't break, it bends its ways but finds its way. Through every trial it learns to stay. When all else falls it stands awake. Through the darkest hour, faith doesn't break. Even if the world forgets my name, even if the fire turns to flame, I will not fall, I will not fade. I rise again in what He made. 'Cause faith doesn't break, it climbs through doubt, it bends the way. It heals the heart, unlocks the gate. When shadows scream and courage shakes, I still believe faith doesn't break.
I was born in the shadows, raised in the flame, carried by struggle, branded by pain. But in the silence I heard a sound, a whisper of hope that turned me around. Through the storm, through the fire, every trial lit a higher desire. I'm not broken, just refined. Every scar is a holy sign. 'Cause I'm marked by heaven, called in grace, walking with angels in the sacred space. When I fall, I rise again, stronger than I've ever been. Every heartbeat, every breath I take, sings the song no fear can break. I'm not just living, I'm alive, marked by heaven. I will rise. Chains tried to bind me, walls tried to hold, but my spirit is fire, fearless and bold. I've seen the dark, but I've seen the light, and I won't give up without a fight. Through the tears, through the rain, purpose was born in the midst of pain. I'm a fighter, I'm a flame, and the world's gonna know my name. 'Cause I'm marked by heaven, carved in grace, walking with angels in this sacred space. When I fall, I rise again, stronger than I've ever been. Every heartbeat, every breath I take, sings the song no fear can break. I'm not just living, I'm alive, marked by heaven. I will rise. Oh, I was chosen, not forsaken. Of every step is God awakened. Wings of glory lift my soul. I was made for something more. I'm marked by heaven, forged in light, running through valleys into endless heights. When I fall, I rise again, wearing courage like the wind. Every heartbeat, every dream I chase, echoes through time and sacred space. I'm not just living, I'm alive, marked by heaven. I will rise. I will rise. I will rise, marked by heaven.